What's going on, everybody? My name's Danny. Welcome back to Crypto 99 for another market update. I hope everybody had a really relaxing, most importantly, but also fun, spend some time with your families on Labor Day weekend. But we're back to the grind. It was a Tuesday, a Tuesday masked as a Monday. Today, I'm sure everybody had a lot to do that did go back to work. But now we get to take a look at a little bit of cryptocurrency stuff and have a little fun. We're going to do some Bitcoin charting here in a minute after I give a little brief market overview and something cool regarding Tether. But we're going to talk about the key level that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. It's a little bit of a range and where I think Bitcoin's going to go from there. There's some pretty powerful indicators on one particular side of this, and I'm going to go into that here in just a second. So markets at 239, we're still steadily inching, climbing up. 24-hour volume is still 5 to 6%, so kind of hanging around those levels we like to see at least. I mean, for a somewhat stable, maybe slight increase, slight decrease, but I mean, crazy parabolic moves with neutral volume, don't like those, but with this volume, I'm okay. BTC dominance is starting to creep down a little bit. It was up above 53 and change. Now it's down about 0.5%. Nothing super major. Some of the majors have moved a little bit. Stellar and Litecoin being the biggest movers and NEO as well in the top 15, followed closely by NEM at 8.8 in the top, coming now. That's around up what's number 16 now. But as you scroll down, there are some coins in the top 50 that have started to pop. Obviously, Holochain's kind of taking a little bit of a dip today after its crazy run, but there are some coins starting to move 5, 6, 8%. There are some in double digits, and led one of my favorite projects. I like it. Stellar had some really big news. IBM debuted Stellar-powered blockchain world wire payment system. This has just come out of beta. It's not like a launch of this. It's been in testing, but it's being brought out of the beta testing and actually being implemented. So obviously, huge company says Stellar-powered blockchain, or just really blockchain in general. It just happened to be somewhat coincidental that Stellar used it, although they do have a great blockchain. Blockchain works and saves us money. So they announced back in, I think it was June or July, that they're going to be working with a startup called Stronghold on a low volatility stablecoin running on the Stellar network. That's huge news for Stellar as a project. So I think this is going to be some longevity in this price increase. You can see it's now, up a little bit more. It's up 1.4% in the last hour. It's leading the top 15 in the hourly chart. But on the 24-hour, still up 5.19, pretty solid. Bitcoin holding. It's weird that I talk about that now. It's like a second thought. Just kind of hanging at 73, mid 73s. And that's where we're going to go into some Bitcoin charting. So I want to talk about this chart, and I've looked at a lot of different indicators, researched a lot of different people that have done a lot of different charting. There's some, I've kind of taken the culmination of what I can find from some randos on crypto Twitter, from Crypto Yoda and all those crazy guys that are on there that are doing analysis, to some of the YouTube guys that I follow, being one in particular being Jake Canfield, who I get a lot of what I consider high quality analysis from, to kind of implement and bounce my ideas off of, to see if they jive or not, and if they don't, why not? If they do, why do they? And I'm going to take some indicators I've got from a couple different people, and then one or two of my own, and implement into this. So this is the daily Bitcoin chart. I really want to look at it on the daily today. But I don't know if you noticed this. I got it out of night mode, because that should be a hint that we're on the light side now. But I got it a little bit out of night mode, and I want to look at some indicators that and I'll start on the micro and move back to the macro. So micro, I say micro, but they're long-term indicators, but here's what we're looking at. So ever since we used this 50 EMA on the daily as a bit of a springboard, or a trend confirmation is what I'll call it, we broke it, we retested it, and then we confirmed that the trend was moving in the right direction. We have been, and you can actually ignore this purple line, we've been moving obviously upward from there, but I'm looking at a couple things. So we have the 200 EMA that's slowly kind of creeping down, and you've heard a lot of people say 7,500, 7,500, 7,500. Well, here's why. So that 200 EMA is creeping towards, you guessed it, 7,500, and also that is the golden pocket, or the 618 fib is the golden fib line. I call the golden pocket because I give it a little bit of an overshoot level. Most people do that as well. but that's the golden fib level. That's the one that everybody's looking at. That's the algo target where people take profit. So you've got a bit of a stronger resistance than usual with that 200 EMA coming in there on the daily chart. So that's a good long-term indicator, a correlative indicator. So that's where I'm thinking 7,500, I think we're going to get stopped first. I think we're going to hit that and back up. But I'll kind of reveal it, I guess, reveal it now. The big reveal, baby reveal, I'm leaning bullish here, and I'll let you know why. Several indicators. So back, if you look, this is one I got from Jake Canfield. So if you go all the way back, and I'd been looking at this, but I hadn't looked at it like he had. So if you go all the way back from swing high to swing low, swing high to swing low, high to low, high to low. Each time we make the low and come back up on an uptrend, we reverse without drawing all the fibs out. We reverse at the 618 fib or just overshoot it a little bit. So if that goes to tell you, you got one big downtrend, a 50% drop or so here, back up, you hit the 618 without me drawing it. Back down, hit the 618. Down, hit the 618. So that gives me a lot of confidence that we're going to hit that 7,500 level because this will be the fourth time in a row. Downtrend, reversal. Had a really interesting fractal, which I may do video on fractals. Really interesting fractal here. Basically, a reversal fractal is just a low preceded by two higher lows and followed by two higher highs. So you've got down, down, meet the low, up, up. But you've got a really long wick on this daily candle, almost a $300 wick. That's a 5% of value wick, followed by a bunch of wicks to the upside. So that was a pretty strong reversal fractal there. But without going too far into fractals, that's where I get this swing low or swing high to swing low to draw the fib that I have now, and that's why we've got it at 7,500. So you've got the 200 EMA as well as this golden level at 7,500. So I think we're going to stop there because everybody's talking about it. 2, it's the algo target. 3, you've got the 200 EMA. So I think you're going to have a lot of people take profit there, and then you're going to move down. There's a strong confluence, if you want to look at that, on a bull reversal. So we'll actually draw that. If, let's just say it's around 7,500 or thereabouts, somewhere in that level, you've got a really strong at 7,519 right now. So you've got a really strong confluence at about 6,900. Could get down there. Maybe, maybe not. But you could also stop here at the 71.94, and I don't know why I deleted that. I should have kept it up. So you've got 71.94 as well with a little confluence, which would be a super shallow retrace, bouncing a touch and go retrace that could be driven by several different things. One, we'll move to the weekly chart. This is a first time we have had a weekly MACD crossover all year. And you can see on the bottom, the MACD, I wish my face was kind of out of the way. You know what, I'm going to kill the RSI and move this to the top. My face is in the way. I didn't think it would move up top. So you've actually got, I don't know if you can see it down here or not, you've got a weekly MACD crossover for the first time all year, and really for the first time since we had a bearish crossover on the 22nd of January. It finally has moved back. We're in the positive momentum. That's a huge bullish indicator. That's a very long-term trend-oriented indicator. So that's something that I am looking at. Secondly, we'll move back to the daily, and I want to show you something. I talked about BitThumb opening up their registration. Look at the volume in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 days on BitThumb. That is insane BTC volume. I mean, that's higher volume. I know that's a weird, let's just make it. That's some of the volume consistently that we were seeing back in December, really from BitThumb. So that's crazy high volume after they open up their registration again. So tons of money coming in from the Korean won. Then like I said, the weekly crossover, we look at the 618 fib, the 200 EMA, the 382 stuff. We're looking at a lot of different indicators. And one last one, we've got this long-term downtrend here. And I know people have been talking about Tether. There's another one that I talked about a little bit. Tether started printing money again. They started printing, $100 million batches of Tether here in the last little bit. That could be inflating the price a little bit along with that Korean won inflation. But I think the retail investor is not going to let this go that much lower. I'm leaning bullish. Now, people have been wrong. We could have a bad breakdown, but we've got a lot of bullish indicators. Don't forget, you've got the 9 ETFs that were rejected. You have those sitting out there in limbo now that the commission's re-looking at them again after they called for more of a recount, I guess. But here's kind of what I'm thinking that may happen. And this is like the first time I've been bullish on this like hardcore in a while. So I think we're going to hit this 7,500 level and do this number. We're either going to go there. We may hit here. I doubt it. Because I think if we break out of this channel, there's going to be a lot more panic. If you see 7,500 to 6,900, anytime you get below those psychological levels, there's some panic that sets in. I think we're going to go one move to there and break out. And that could be the breakout. Not obviously that time frame. I know this time frame is weird. I think we may be looking at like the next couple of days we do this move, because you've got a lot of the futures contracts closing and that are ending, they're maturing. This webpage is using significant. Who cares? You've got a lot of stuff that's maturing. You've got, like I said, you can only sustain so much increased volume and buying power in the Korean won before stuff just starts to naturally go up due to that. Before you see those premiums, those Korean premiums they used to pay 5, 10, 15%. I'm leaning bullish, and I'm leaning towards a breakout. And the first level I'm looking at is this previous swing high at 8,500. That's my target. Now, I'm going to have to make a real hard decision. I'm probably going to, the first time we touch 7,500, because I do feel pretty strongly about having some sort of a pullback, like 85% that we're going to have that pullback. I may open up a short with a pretty tight stop loss at kind of where I think we're going to go. But after we touch that, I think we're going to do one of those touch and go moves that Bitcoin has been known to do before in a bullish scenario. Lots of bullish movement, lots of bullish crossovers, slowly sustained increasing volume through this. You've got a lot. I flipped bullish when I saw a lot of these indicators start to go a couple days ago. Weekly crossover, just tons of different stuff. I don't want to ramble on for too long about it. But in short, I'm leaning bullish on Bitcoin. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. I know this is a little more in depth. Went over several different indicators, talked about some stuff I really haven't talked about a ton before in the fractals and things of that nature. So if you got confused on anything, let me know down below. I'll try to answer you as best as I can. But thank you for watching this video. I hope I brought you the value like I mentioned in every single video that I aim to bring you every single day. If you did get some value, hit the thumbs up button as well as subscribe and notification bell down below. Join our Discord. Tons of value brought in there. Don't forget, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, we do have the Autism Speaks walk coming up in a couple weeks. If you want to donate to that, whether it's in USD or in crypto, the links are down in the description box below. Make sure you click those and at least check that out. Humor me and go to the page and look at it. And if you feel inclined to do so, give a little money to Autism Speaks. I'm not taking any of that. Obviously, it all goes straight to them to use for research. But again, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope I brought you the value I aim to bring you every day, and I look forward to bringing you that value next time.